Tell me what you've come to CPH Docs for. You're not looking for, you don't have a film here.
No, but I have a film that I'm looking for completion funding for that is just at the point of delivery, and we're carrying the deficit forward, and I'm trying to find the last 10% of the budget. And I thought this would be a good place because it's a single doc, and it seemed like an interesting place to start conversations with people now that the film is done.
So in a sense, you're coming from the filmmaker side as the film producer.
Yeah, I'm coming from the film producer. Exactly.
How are you going about finding this?
Well, trying to identify buyers. I'm not really looking at distribution. I'm looking to make some direct sales before I turn the film over to a distributor. So I thought that because the subject matter is, because the film is a film about Ukraine, that this festival, in my mind, because it's, very centered around the Nordics, that there would be people here who would be interested.
Are you finding that to be true?
Some, but not to the degree I was hoping.
Okay, well, I'm a buyer. I have lots of money on me. Give me your not elevator pitch, your taxi pitch.
The taxi pitch.
Yeah.
So the film, I wanted to make a film about Ukraine, but for people, I wanted to look at a different dimension to what's happening there and not make a film about the war itself or events that are occurring during the war, but essentially to make a film that can reach people who ordinarily would never watch a film about this war or maybe any war, or who are inundated by what they're seeing every day and every night on the news. So I was introduced to this wonderful filmmaker in Kyiv named Anton Ptushkin, who's extremely well known. He's like famous in Ukraine and beyond, because he has had before the war an incredibly popular travelogue on YouTube. It's the story of people who saved animals that were abandoned in a dog shelter and left to die because people were leaving, and people who rescued cats in the most extraordinary ways from apartments that were abandoned. But also, I guess there were people in that who kept as caged animals for display before the war, lions and tigers and bears. And Anton found this woman who was exceptional at managing to rescue these very, very big animals and actually get them to sanctuary outside of the country. And it's very emotional, but it's a very positive story that we save our humanity by saving our creatures, that we have an ethical obligation in war, and people are recognizing it, I think, now in greater numbers than ever before.
So what advice would you have for filmmakers who are in your position, who are coming here to try and get finishing money for film, not necessarily to show a film, but they're coming here more for the market? What advice would you give them?
Well, I think that the important thing is to, as soon as one can, to find out who's actually coming and to identify the most likely people who could buy the film, I think would be the big thing. And the second is, if you don't have relationships already, you're better off finding a distributor or a sales agent, and not doing it yourself. In my situation, it's something that I know how to do, so I'm not doing that with an agent, but it's a very good idea.